And I did it really without even trying. That's a lesson. That's a lesson for your ass. Sometimes you just got to shut the fuck up and go with the flow. And then it, like what? What do you mean? What do you talk? TJ, you can't give them more poses. You may not give them more poses, TJ. But I must. But why would I not? Top of the morning. Welcome to a new episode of TWEED. I just realized it kind of looks like I just got out of bed. I did not. Though I am sitting in bed. Obviously this is a very different episode. And as you can see from the title of the episode, I am going to be talking a little bit about my journey to my Renaissance look, my Renaissance outfit, months leading up to the event, the extravaganza. I didn't know like what to expect. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to wear. This was going to be my first time actually like going to see Beyonce. There was a lot going through my mind in preparation for this whole thing, in preparation for this whole event, for the whole day. And my best friend is basically the one that I guess got me to go. Because again, large crowds not my thing. Outdoor venues not my thing. Outdoor venues in the summer, absolutely not my thing. Large crowds, outdoor venue in the summer, and having to stand up the entire time. I swear to God, like, like, oh no. So yeah, when my best friend was like, yeah, we're gonna go and we're going to do Club Renaissance, and I was like, and that's the area where you don't have a seat, right? And he was like, yes. And I was like, okay. So I said yes because I wanted the experience. Well, that was the main reason I said yes, because I wanted the experience. I wanted to say, oh my God, I did see Beyonce, and I was that close, and you know, yada yada yada, boom boom caca. So yeah, I did it, and I think there was a lot of trepidation. There was a lot of trepidation with me in going to this event, and I guess the main thing was, what the fuck am I going to wear? When we knew that we were going, when we bought the tickets, I immediately started trying to brainstorm outfit ideas. And what I noticed was that like nothing was really coming up for me. There was never like a cohesive kind of look that popped into my head, which is something that typically happens with me. Like if I know I'm going somewhere, I will have a vision. Most times I'll have a vision of of a look or how I want to look. Well, that really never happened 2 weeks ago, I really started like ordering stuff. I was just going, because I swear, like, I had so many ideas of like so many different ideas that I wanted to possibly implement. For example, because this album is so very gay and queer, I was like, ooh, I think I want to wear all queer designers. Like, oh, maybe this is my opportunity to buy that Kingsley prep necklace that I wrote about on my blog some time ago. Or I was like, oh, maybe I could buy something from Johnny Coda and, you know, something like that. Or because Johnny Carter makes like, I think he makes like kind of a festival type of wear. Like he does some leather harnesses and stuff. He also does like some mesh tops or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe I could do Johnny Coda, maybe I could do Kingsley. And so, you know, all of these, I guess, queer designers or whatever started popping into my head. And so I was like, this is maybe my opportunity to really spend a little bit of a coin on a look. In addition to the coin I had spent on the Club Renaissance ticket, I still just didn't have like the clothes. I didn't have the garments. I just had like thoughts of accessories. And that's typically what I do. I typically build around accessories, but nothing was coming to me. So at one point I was just like, you know what, universe, show me show me what it is. Show me the look. Guide me to the look. I just started like ordering stuff from I ordered from this company based, I believe, in China called Sissiful. Sissiful, Ciciful. And then maybe a couple of days after that, a couple of days after that, I ordered some stuff from ASOS. And then I also ordered a pair of shoes from Sorel, which I ordered. I have a pair of their boots that I got last year, I think, that I really liked. And so I found another pair. So I found another pair of shoes. So I ordered from them, which is the shoes that I actually ended up buying or wearing for the event. One night I was meditating and I had an idea to get some stuff from Amazon, in particular, like thigh high fishnet stockings or tights or whatever. So ASOS came quickest, and I really took a chance on honestly all the pieces because I didn't know how they were going to fit, but I saw just a lot of just disparate items that I wanted or that I thought were cute on their website that I thought could possibly work. My idea was to really go through everything that I had ordered, mix and match, and see what was going to work to bring together a cohesive look, which did end up happening. So the stuff from ASOS came, and I really wasn't. To me, the ASOS stuff was going to be like a backup, because I was kind of banking on the original stuff I bought from Sissiful. Spoiler alert: the stuff from Sissiful actually did not get delivered until the day of the concert when I was already at the stadium. But yeah, so I get the stuff from ASOS and I try everything on, and the dress, the like mesh like dress, I put it on and I was like, "Ooh, this is not." I honestly I kind of ordered it like, I'll try it. So when I didn't have high hopes for it anyway. So when I tried it on, I felt like it was confirmed. It fit well everywhere except in my core area, in my stomach area, which is typically an area of issue for me when it comes to fit for a lot of things. Like things, I have no problems with the way things fit in the chest typically, the arms, it'd be the stomach. So I put it on and I was like, it kind of worked, but it kind of don't, I don't know. Well, one day, this was maybe 2 days before the concert, I had gotten some more stuff in from Amazon, the fishnet leggings, the fishnet leggings. And I was like, I really want to try those on. I'm really curious about those because I had never worn anything like that before. I want to show how I actually got to the look because it was quite an interesting creative journey, which is why I love styling, because I love the surprise of styling. I love coming up with things that you wouldn't think you didn't even think about. So by the way, so I'm drinking some vanilla spice Yogi brand tea today. No weed today, no cannabis today, at least not yet. The tea tag on this bag says be kind to yourself. I could not agree more. Almost out of it, honestly. Almost done with my cup. But anyway, so yeah, this is how I stumbled upon, pay no mind to the junkiness. This is how I stumbled upon this look. Again, I did not think that the dress was going to work. But I came in here, I got the stockings from Amazon, and I wanted to try those on because I was really curious about them because I was like, oh, that's gonna be sexy. I just started I came in here, I started playing. So I'm just gonna build it up like piece by piece. Just to kind of give the way my brain works and I guess the inspiration behind it, because again, I truly do feel that you don't have to spend a lot of money in order to look really good. You don't have to break the bank to look good. A lot of times you can get things that you already have, or some pieces in your ensemble can come from things that you already have that you may not have thought about, that you may not have worn for God knows when. And that's one of the things, that's precisely what happened. One of the major pieces, that is exactly what happened. So anyway, so yeah, this is how I created the look by sheer blind creativity. So these are Nike. You can't quite tell because the Nike thing is peeling off. That's how, not even how long, I haven't had these for very long, but I've worn the fuck out of these. But anyway, so the base layer is just some Nike, these Nike like base layer tights that basically I pulled all the way up to my stomach. And I knew I wanted to show thigh. I wanted to show all of this. So I pulled them up just to give me a little security and masking here on this stomach. And then I was like, like I said, I wanted it to be kind of a brief cut. So I just folded, rolled this like all the way up and made it like a brief cut. And the reason I went with these is because of the material. I knew that this material was going to stay put. I knew it wasn't going to roll down. I knew it was going to keep secure. So yeah, I just kind of rolled it up to get that kind of brief cut, because I wanted this moment. I wanted to have that moment because I knew, again, the dress had like a cutout on the side, so I was like, if I'm gonna wear it, I don't want to I don't want like shorts all the way down here. I want to show a little thigh. So yeah, I came in here. I tried on the tights or the leggings. Okay, that wasn't as long as I thought it was gonna be. So basically, all right, let's pull these all the way up. So the crazy thing is I have my windows open to capture the sun, but I live right beside the street, so people really can look up or look into my bedroom. So I'm sure there are possibly questions if they're looking. All right, so yeah, these are the leggings. Yeah. So I was like, ooh, these are cute. Let me turn, get in the mirror a little bit. There we go. And so I knew that this top part was not going to be seen anyway, so I didn't really care about that. But, well, you wouldn't be able to see it anyway. But yeah, so that is the fishnet, right? So I was like, okay, cool. That looks good. So then I was like, maybe the dress will work. Let me try that on. So then I put this on again and I was like, oh. So when I first put it on, the first time I got it, like I said, the issue was this. And so I was like, well, let me do what I do to cover this up. Let me just pull this up a little bit more because that is still sore. So yeah, so I put this on and then I was like, And I know anytime that I have that type of reaction, I know I know when I have that type of reaction, I'm on to something. I'm on to something. I'm vibing. The vibrations are there. So I put it on and I was like, you know what? It's not bad. It's not bad, TJ. And so I was like, maybe. And so then I started thinking, accessories. So, my friend John just so happened to buy me like two of these necklaces because I commented on one of his pictures because he had already had them. So I commented on one of his pictures. I was like, oh my God, give me that necklace. So he surprised me by like ordering these for me. Sorry, my calendar notification was in the way. So he surprised me. So he gave me these maybe like a day before, a day or two before the actual concert. So when I got here playing in the mirror, I was like, okay, this works. Wait a minute. So then I was like, okay, accessories. So I already had this, and so I just tossed this on. So I just looped it. Bam, done. And then I looked over to, where is it? Oh, I looked over on my dresser here. I typically keep this on my dresser. I looked over and I was like, oh, this would be the perfect time to wear this bracelet that I rarely wear. So I was like, maybe. So I was like, okay. This is working. This is working for me. It's giving shape. It's giving sex. And then I had already had, like I said, I had already bought the shoes from Sorrel or Sorrel. I'm not sure, again, how it's pronounced. So I already had ordered these. These had come in and I was like, I like them. I wasn't particularly sold on them because of the height. I wanted something higher. I didn't want super flat, but at the same time, comfort was the number one thing for me. So I was like, yeah, these are going to have to be the ones that I go with. And I knew I wanted open toe. I didn't want a boot, although a boot in retrospect it also would have worked. But I was like, I want my toes to be out since I'm wearing the fishnets, but I do want a little bit of a height on the heel. So perfect. So then I threw these on. And I really liked the way that they looked with the dress. I mean, is this not just everything? Is this right here not just, Jesus? Okay. Let's see. Mother of the house. All right. So then, you won't be able to see it from this angle, but there you are. So it's kind of, it gives a little bit of a sneaker vibe, but also a sandal, right? So I was like, okay, perfect. And they're super comfortable. Again, that was the main thing for me. I was like, if I'm going to be standing up the entire time, I got to be comfortable. I have to be comfortable. So I did that. And so I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, this does not look bad. But then I'm thinking, something's missing up here. I'm like, everything's going on from, damn, this looks good. Oh, this looks good. Okay, sorry. I'm like, everything is happening from the foot all the way up. Everything is perfect. 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 And I get to the head and I'm like, I need something up here. It feels naked. It feels, I need more up here. So then I'm like, a hat? I don't have a hat that would go with this. And then the universe provides to me a message of, well, what about a scarf? What about a scarf? And I'm like, what about a scarf? And I was like, do I have a scarf that would go with this? So I keep my scarves in this bottom shelf. And I'm digging through. And I come across this one that I can't tell you the last time I wore this scarf. I've had it for years. I've had it for years and years and years. So I dig this up and I was like, the colors work. The colors work. So initially, what I did was I just put it on my head very Mother Teresa style. And I was just gonna wear it like loose, without any security around here. Because as I just stood here in the mirror, I was like, it works, like it doesn't move. It is fairly secure. So I was just gonna wear it like this originally. I started playing with it. I was like, oh, this does work. Let me get a little bit closer. I was like, oh, this does work. It gives me a little bit of versatility. I can do anything with it, blah, blah, blah. It gives me length. It gives me inches. It gives me what I need on the top of the head without being too much. And by too much, I mean like obscuring anybody else. Well, I'm kind of short, so that probably was not going to happen. But I also knew like a hat was going to, I don't like to sweat in hats and caps because the band on the cap gets all sweaty, and like with my caps, you can't wash them. So I'm like, So I was like, this works. And so when I put this on, I was like, that's it. This is it. This is it. I knew instantly that this was the outfit. How I really knew that this was it was I stood in this outfit for a while. I stood in this outfit for a while. And I didn't want to take it off. And after I did take it off, I kept thinking about it. While I was wearing it, I messaged my best friend. I was like, I think I found the look. Because that was the thing I could not envision. I could not find the look. When I put this on and I stood in it, I was like, I think I found the look. So again, initially I was going to just wear it like this, but then something told me, maybe secure just in case a strong gust or something comes through or whatever. Maybe you just need a little something extra. So then I was like, okay, I have plenty of bandanas. And so, this is not gonna be perfect, but basically this is not gonna be a perfect recreation, but basically I just rolled one of my bandanas, put it a top and tied it in the back. Because I do love a bandana as well. And tied it in the back. So that's going to give me security. And it gave me a little extra sweat absorption. So, yeah. So the whole time I'm like, there's so much I can do with this. If I want to, I can be virginal and Mother Teresa. Or I can give you inches and bundle and bad bitch. Like, I can braid it if I wanted to. Like, it was just the perfect. It was just the can we get into the shape? It was just the perfect accessory that I never even considered because, oh my God. It was just perfect. Absolutely perfect. It was just perfect. So, and then it, like what? What do you mean? What do you talk? But it was everything. It was perfect. I knew when I threw this scarf on that this was it. I knew when I threw the scarf on that this was it. That it was it. That it was it. I knew when I threw the scarf on that it was it. Everything works perfectly with each other. Everything goes perfectly with each other. And I did it really without even trying. That's a lesson. That's a lesson for your ass. Sometimes you just got to shut the fuck up and go with the flow and look at the beauty that will happen. Look at the beauty that will occur in your life when you just go with the flow. So yeah, that is how I pretty much created the look. It was complete happenstance. Pieces that, this piece, the dress, that I did not think was going to work. God damn. God damn. God damn. Ooh. It's a moment. It's a goddamn moment. Baby, who am I? Who is this? Oh, it's a moment. So yeah, I was doing this all day. I was in my inches, my bundles all day. I'm sure they could not take. But this, and I initially wondered if this was going to be hot. Complete opposite. When I tell you, this was the perfect accessory because it gave me sun protection and sweat protection. Like maybe 2 or 3 times that I have to like dab like my forehead, my eyes or whatever. But other than that, absorb. The bandana and the scarf absorbed everything. When the sun would come out, you would think that this would make you hotter, but it gave me comfort. It gave me shade. Like when I feel the sun on my skin right now, the second I do this, I'm covered. I didn't feel it. It was freaking perfect. It was perfect. It is perfection. Oh, and I did without even trying. Look at this. Look at God. Look at God working. Look at God's beautiful creature. Look at God's beautiful creature. My word. My word. My word. Lord have mercy. How is it that men aren't trying to take me home on a daily basis? Probably because I don't go out there all that much. But anyway, I mean, come on. Do you see God's beauty? Yeah, so this was the look. And I'm very proud of it. And it's all, again, very inexpensive. This, $16. I already have the Nike tights. The 2-pack of thigh highs were, I think, $16. Less than 20 for sure. Gift, again, I had this already. It's a cheap bandana. I had this already. I got this 2 years ago at an outdoor vendor event. It was not expensive. Oh, and then I also decided to wear my fossil, my very minimal fossil bracelet, which I already had. So the only thing that I'm wearing new are the fishnets, the shoes. Now the shoes were the most expensive thing. The shoes were one and change. The shoes were one and change. They were the most expensive thing. But yeah, everything else was inexpensive or already in my closet. Inexpensive or already in my closet. Look at God. Look at God. TJ, you can't give them more poses. You may not give them more poses, TJ. But I must. But why would I not? I don't understand why I wouldn't, because I'm in the get-up. I'm in it again. Why would I not? Why would I not give them more poses? Why would I not give them more reasons? Oh my God. To the side? To the side? Can I recreate that? Can you see? Anyway. Oh. Additional note. So I'm not used to being out in public. And so while we were at the stadium, I of course brought a variety of herbal supplements. I brought some gummies. I brought a pre-rolled joint that I bought from this black-owned cannabis shop in Nashville. Shout out to Zenesy, I think that's their name. So while we're waiting in Club Renaissance, the show is, we think, about to start or whatever. I'm like, all right, now's the time to light, because I have been wondering, when am I gonna light this joint up? So I think some people around us, they start lighting up, and I was like, cool, now's my opportunity. So I take mine out, I light mine up. I'm smoking on it, and like this the attendant that's in front of us is giving me like an eye. She's like looking at me in a strange way, but I'm vibing. I'm not really, I notice it, but I'm not paying it much mind. I don't know why. Another guy down the way, another attendant guy, he's looking, and he's like he kind of smiled a little bit and kind of shook his head or whatever. I have no clue why. None at all. Eric, my best friend, is saying, I think he's trying to talk to the lady that's in front of us. He's saying, oh, it's CBD, it's CBD. I'm like, oh, is that the problem? I think I'm smoking like THC. I'm like, oh, it's legal, it's fine. So I'm smoking. I get about halfway through, which is the right amount that I needed. I get about halfway through when the lady like finally comes up, she's like, you can't smoke in here. I was like, oh, I can't, you can't, when you say you can't smoke, what do you mean, like anything? Like even if this was a cigarette, I couldn't smoke? She was like, no. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know that. I was very taken aback. Because we were not indoors, we were outside. So I didn't quite understand what the issue was. She didn't say it rudely, mind you. She just said, you can't smoke in here. And so I was like, but I don't understand. Again, I'm outside and there are other people. Now, the people around us who apparently know how to be outside, they had sat down where they were out of visible sight from these people. So I guess they knew what to do. But child, as I said to another friend, I was like, child, listen, I live my life freely. I don't have time to guess and wonder inane rules. I live my life freely, baby. If I wanna spark up, I'm gonna do that. And I'm certainly not gonna sit on the floor in order to do it. I'm 37. I'm about to be 38. I'm not doing that. So I appreciate her for letting me get halfway through my joint. I ended up just putting it out, putting it back in my little container thing. But again, that was all that was the right amount that I needed. But yeah, this is how I came up with this look. I'm gonna just call it iconic because it's mine. I feel like I can. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up this episode of Tweed. I gotta come up out of this because I'm getting warm. That wraps up this episode of Tweed. Like, follow, comment, subscribe, notification bell. I will talk to y'all a little later on Friday. In fact, on Friday, new episode of Fashion Show Fridays. Aside from that, I'm pretty much chilling today. I got class today. You don't give a fuck. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Again, comment, like, questions, yeah, subscribe, all of that. Thanks so much. Deuces.